Hey, welcome to the Grief School. Today is Friday, March 21st. The Grief School, the place where healing begins. This is the place where I teach you, truly what I'm teaching you is the definition of grief, but I'm breaking it down piece by piece. The overall definition of grief is this. Grief is a normal and natural response to a loss of any kind. Grief is a normal and natural response to a loss of any kind. It is normal and natural for us to grieve. It is natural. What the body goes through, the grieving process, is natural. It feels absolutely abnormal, but it is natural. What am I doing here? I'm breaking down grief for you piece by piece. I do that here in the Facebook group. I do it on YouTube, Instagram. I also do it in the podcast, Healing Starts with the Heart. There I bring out all different types of conversations about grief. But more importantly, I do it in Study Hall. Study Hall is a place where you can come and get coached live. You can be coached. You can share your grief. You can meet other grievers. You can talk about your grief. You can listen. You don't have to share it all. So click the link there that says Beacons AI, and it'll show you all the places that you can go and learn about all the things about me and where you can find me. But welcome. Today's subject is numbness. The numbness of grief, the emotional numbness in grief, understanding the emotional numbness in grief, and navigating the initial impact of this, and what purpose does it serve for us. So we're talking about numbness today. Today I have some really great notes. I wrote this last night. I've been thinking about this a lot because I have a lot of grievers coming to me and telling me what stage of numbness they're in. A lot of grievers are coming and telling me, I've been in this for 2 years. I've been numb for a year. Hey, it's not for me to say how long you've been numb. It's not for me to say. But there are a lot of grievers are saying this. But when I break it down, you're going to see what I absolutely believe that numbness is and the process that it serves for us. Okay? All right. Again, I'm so glad you're here. If this is your first time here, welcome. All right. When we lose someone dear to us, the immediate aftermath is a whirlwind of emotions. So we just find out we've lost someone. If you're anything like me, it dropped you to the ground immediately. My knees went weak and I fell to the ground. The impact of taking that into your brain and your heart all at one time can truly make you fall to the ground. And for some of us, that profound absence is a feeling of numbness. For most of us, what does that mean? That means that not all of us go through the numbness. Not all of us have this numb feeling. Erica and I call this the zombie state. You're initially going out and you're in the zombie state of the numbness. Let's explore why the emotional numbness is a common response to loss and how it fits into the broader picture of grief. All right, so I got some notes there. Let's talk about the nature of the numbness. I pulled this back, you guys. I pulled this back because I write really big and I want to be able to write all the way down to there. So wish me luck that I can get this all in. Let's talk about the nature of the numbness. Emotional numbness is a common reaction. It's common to experience numbness. It's a common reaction. Not everyone will experience this, but a lot of us do. And a lot of us say, I was numb. I couldn't even think. I couldn't move. A lot of times people will describe this as shock. My body went into shock. Okay? So that happens for a lot of us. Where was I? A lot of times people will say this is shock or the limbo state, right? And it's a feeling that helps us detach. The numbness serves the purpose of helping us detach from what's just happened to us. So we have a loss. We just found out that Austin had drowned. He drowned at the lake. We immediately went numb. The night that Austin drowned, the night that we found out that he had drowned, I went to my sister's. It was around 5:00. I'm walking up the stairs to tell my sister that we had in fact found him and that he had drowned. The initial the numbness wasn't there yet. At that point, I was in the be strong. I'm reliving this in my brain, guys, so I can explain it to you. So I was at the be strong. When I opened the door and I told her, she started screaming. She took off running. Tony went into the apartment and he got her. We all gathered ourselves together. We got in the car and we went back to my parents' house. That night, we were making phone calls. People were calling. A couple of people came to the house, not a lot. We were sitting around a table. Erica, my sister Charlene, my sister Yolanda, and myself. We all went into the backyard. Yolanda and Charlene smoke. Erica asked for a cigarette. She hadn't smoked in years. She asked for a cigarette. We were all sitting around the table. Not one of us was crying. Not one of us was crying. We had all started to enter the numb phase. We were staring off into space. We were just sitting there quietly. And every now and then somebody would say something. Even sometimes we were laughing, like jokes. Not necessarily about that, but we would crack a joke. But we were all just sitting there. We weren't crying. We weren't shedding tears. We were just sitting there. We were just in the numbness. It's a feeling of detaching. We had started to detach from what had happened. This is absolutely normal. This is normal. It is normal. A lot of times people think this is abnormal. These feelings are abnormal. It's not normal to do this. I want to tell you this. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong with you. Because you start to detach, it's a common reaction. The feeling of being numb, there's nothing wrong with you. All right? It's normal. What is the purpose that this numbness serves? Why do we go numb? Why do we go numb after a loss? It's to protect us. It protects our heart. It protects our brain. It protects our body. It protects our emotions. Our entire body is going through this experience. Our emotions, our heart, our brain, everything is being hit. And this protection that comes from the numbness is to allow it to seep in a little bit at a time. So here's your heart. And it's absolutely broken. You've just had this experience. Here's where the experience, the hole in the heart, is the experience that has happened. But this is not filled. It's just a hole right now. And little bits and pieces at a time will start to come in here. You guys call this the wave. You said the grief comes in waves. You've heard that. You've heard that post and you've all adopted it. And that's this. Every now and then a little bit will come in from different spots. It's all coming in from different areas, right? This is the numbness serves as the protection to allow these little pieces to come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Little pieces at a time start to come in. The reality, these pieces are the reality of what has just happened to us. Number 1 might come in day 1. Number 2 might come in day 8. Number 4 might come in month 6. It all happens slowly and at the time when we're ready to accept it. The reality of what happens to us seeps in little bits and pieces at a time. And the numbness serves as a protection. Here's the other thing that's really important. It's also temporary. I have notes over there. It's a temporary detachment. Because eventually the numbness is going to wear off. So this is only temporary. Remember earlier I said people tell me I've been numb for 1 or 2 years? That's another video. What I see after doing this is my 18th year. I see that 4 to 6 months, the numbness starts to wear off. I see that 4 to 6 months, the numbness starts to wear off. And when the numbness starts to wear off, what I see is the pain increase, the emotional pain increase. The emotional pain starts to go up. It increases. This right here is mostly when people come to look for me, is the 4th to 6th month, because the emotional pain has started to come up. Because the numbness wears off, it allows more of the emotions. You can feel it more in your heart. Your brain is more confused, and your body is feeling the pain more. Once this starts to wear off, you feel this more and more and more. We feel that the numbness diminish. Over time. It diminishes over time. I got ahead of myself, but this note right here goes to this. We feel it diminish over time. Let's see, do I have enough room to keep writing for you guys to see? Oh yeah, I have a little bit more room. I can back up a little more. All right. Coping. One of the other things that it serves, the other purpose that it serves, is to help us cope. Whoever ever thought that we need to learn how to cope with this? Man, but your life is turned upside down. What has just happened to you is not fair. You have to cope with this. How do we cope? We give ourselves permission. We give ourselves permission to grieve. Why is that here on coping? Why is it here? Because once the numbness is there, all of this is taking place, and as it's seeping in a little bit at a time, we realize we survived this part of the pain. I survived this part of the pain. I just survived this part of the pain. I can give myself more permission to allow the grief in. I can give myself more permission. I can cope with empathy. I can feel the numbness, recognizing that it's a valid part of this grief. I can do gentle activities to reconnect with myself. I can do gentle activities to reconnect with these emotions. And one of those is journaling. Dumping. Brain dumps and emotional dumps are something that I teach. We can seek support. You've got to get support from your family, from your friends, from your support group, from your pastor, from your therapist, from your grief specialist. Coming into the grief school is a great place to get support. One of the things you have to understand is for most of us, we're going to go through this numbness. We're going to go through this numbness. Now, if the numbness persists for an extended period of time, it really is trying to push you to move forward in the grief and to look at it in a different way and to start reaching out and getting some help. So let me recap on this. Emotional numbness is a common and protective response to loss. Emotional numbness. I'm going to call it emotional numbness. Hey, Sharon, can you spell that right? I don't know what I was writing. Emotional numbness is a common reaction and a feeling of being detached from what has just happened, and there's nothing wrong. It's absolutely normal. It serves as a buffer, and what it's buffering you from is the overwhelm. It's buffering from the overwhelm of the emotions, what's happening in your heart, what's happening in your brain, what's happening in your body. I want to encourage you to allow it. Allow it to be there. Experience the numbness without judgment. Don't run and try to change the subject. Invite the numbness to be there. Start sharing your reaction to this. Become the observer of your grief. Step outside of yourself. and look at yourself grieving. Describe what that is. Describe what that is to other people. Describe what you're feeling. Describe what you're experiencing. Okay, remember, I'm going to leave you with this note. Feeling numb after a loss is a natural part of the healing journey. Be patient. Have compassion with yourself. Know that it's absolutely okay to feel this way. Know that it is okay to feel numb. If anything of what I taught you today makes sense to you and you want to go on to the next lesson, this is a 3-part series I'm doing together. I want to invite you to join me in Study Hall. Study Hall is a place where I invite you to come in, where we really get to coach you, talk to you, share your grief. Study Hall is done every Tuesdays and Thursdays, Central Standard Time. Joining the Facebook group is a great way to find out about Study Hall. Click the link below and join the Study Hall. It is a drop-in, drop-out group. You can come as often as you want or don't come at all. Just listen. They are not recorded. If you want some help and you want to get coached by me or talk to me, you're going to meet me in Study Hall. All right. All of that being said, I want to leave you with this. Learning how to grieve, understanding grief is a tough assignment. Mostly because we haven't been given the information on how to grieve. No one told us how to grieve until now. I'm here, the owner of the Grief School, giving you the tips that you need so you can learn how to grieve properly, to make this thing a little bit easier for you, to understand what is going on, what's happening to you. Thank you so much for being here. I said this was a 3-part series. The part that numbness plays in your body. Next, I'm going to do the part that tears play in your grief. And the 3rd part is going to be the part that talking about your grief, the importance of talking about your grief. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.